Hypnotist with Amazing Mind Hypnosis in Leduc, Alberta. What I do is I help people with all kinds of problems. A lot of people come to me with stress or anxiety, fears and phobias. Some of them come to quit smoking or to lose weight. Some of them come for grief. They have grief problems and grief issues with death and dying. There's so many things. It's anything to do with the mind is what I work with. And all hypnotists do a lot of this stuff. Some of them are different. They do, different things in certain ways. I'm just wide open. I'll do all the things. I've had a lot of experience with a lot of different things, and that's what I work with. Anything to do with the mind, that's what we do. Hypnosis is easy. People see things on TV about hypnosis and everything and thinks it's hard, and you think that it's messes with your mind and everything. It's not true. None of that's true. It's all about relaxation and getting to a special point where you're relaxed enough that you zone into like a hypnotic state, kind of a really relaxed state. And at that point, the other part of your mind kicks in. I'll tell you, there's two parts of your mind when it comes to hypnosis. There's the conscious mind, is what you work and deal with every day. Your conscious mind has temporary memory, it has willpower, it analyzes and keeps you sane and rational, and that's fine, but it's the weaker part of the mind. It runs your day-to-day things, your memory shows you where you live, what you like to eat, but you don't really remember much after like a few days, specific memories. Some people remember things longer, but it's not as important. It's the weaker part of the mind when it comes to hypnosis. The second one is where I work is your subconscious mind. And when you get hypnotized, that's what we're allowed to open up, your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is very strong and powerful. Very strong. It has the things in it that we need to work with. Sometimes it's habits, both good and bad. They're in there because they're strong. Emotions, very deep. That's why they're in the strong part of the mind. Uh, you have full memory for all your life and beyond that. All right there to look at. It's all your memories. Never made up or anything. They're your memories. And they're all inside your subconscious mind. Very important. And that's where we go and do work. We find out what went wrong. I mean, most people that have a problem, there is a root cause. There's a reason that you have fears and phobias. There's a reason that you tense up when you go to walk across the road. There's a reason that you're always aggravated or upset. There's a reason you let things get to you. There's always a root cause. Always. And we go and investigate. Instead of hypnotist, we could call it investigation. We go in and find out what's wrong. Then we go and deal with it. We make it look good, like we fix it up in your mind. There's various strategies we do to that. And then after that, we go to a spot where we can get rid of a lot of negativity in your life and in your mind and kind of get rid of it for good. The last thing is we give you the new programming. So it's like getting rid of the old programming, the negative programming that you've had your whole life, and then getting new programming. The very end, the last maybe 10, 15 minutes is the new programming part. It's suggestions, and we do it in a certain way that you get lots of them, so it really makes them powerful. You also will help me. You're not asleep during this at all. You will always be talking and working with me. That's how it works. It's a two-way street. We both work together to help you. You'll be giving yourself new programming. I'll be giving you new programming. It's great that way. Another part of the subconscious mind that we didn't really talk about is the protective mechanisms. I can't get you to do anything that you don't want to do. It just doesn't happen. It's not like on TV. If I ask you to do a suggestion and you don't think it's a good one, you'll just not do it. That's all there is to it. If I said go and stand in the street, it's dangerous, so you're not going to do it. Your mind's going to know better. Your mind always knows better. That's how that works. There's, like I say, nothing I can get you to do that you wouldn't want to or wouldn't normally do. I mean, if it had something to do with the way you were raised up, that's another thing. I can't change the way, that you were brought up. But we can change what happened and how you think about it. We can change the outcome of your life that way. Every day is a new day to change the way you think about yourself and how your mind works. And it's all in the subconscious mind. That's the important part. Like I say, that's a supercomputer of you. It can be programmed and deprogrammed, new programming put in. It's important, very important. You've been programmed your whole life, ever since you were a child. You were programmed by your parents, your grandparents, kids at school. people that bullied you. Maybe you were the bully because someone bullied you. There's all different reasons, but your whole life is your programming. And you'll find a lot of it was negative, and that's what causes situations. All the people that come see me have negative programming. Everyone does. Everything on TV is negative programming. Very little heartwarming good things on TV anymore. And the news, a lot of negativity. That all goes in and plants a seed in your mind from when you're very young, right till now. And it stays there until we go in, take out the old programming, and put in new programming. And that doesn't mean you're going to lose your memories. Nothing like that at all. That means we go in and find out what's really affecting you, what's the big root cause negativity. We change it up, we fix it, and then you get new programming. You even get triggers. A trigger is something that we set up for you. You and I will work together at setting that up. And that's something that will be for post hypnotic suggestion. So after you're done your hypnosis, say it was for pain. I might get you to just rub your fingers together, and every single time you do that, you'll go and let the pain go. Your mind's the strong part of you. It can let pain go. People don't really realize that. You can turn the pain off. So people with really bad pain, we give them a trigger that, well, if you rub your fingers together, your pain will numb and go away, or at least very much be reduced. And at that point, people live a lot better standard of life. Their quality of life goes way up. And it's a practice thing. You just don't do it once. You have to do it and do it and do it and get used to it. And your mind will turn that pain off. Do the same for stress and anxiety. Rub your fingers together, go to a really good spot in your mind, and just let that stress and anxiety go. And it works. I have lots of clients, and they all know it works. Hypnosis is different for every single person. Mostly the same, but it's different. When things happen and things go a certain way, I have to respond with a certain way, and I have lots of really good methods to help out. I trained with the amazing Jerry Kine. He's passed away now, but he runs Omni Hypnosis, or he always did, owned Omni Hypnosis training in the States. Amazing, amazing teacher. So props to him. But he had all kinds of good training, and I've learned more since that as well. But it's just practice, practice. I have a lot of practice, and that's what we do. We help everybody every day. And the people say it's for smoking. I do very little smoking, but I'm very good at it. To stop smoking sessions. But it's just, I do so much work with stress and anxiety. Everyone's stressed now. Now, when you come to hypnosis, there's some terminology that's a little bit different. When I say sleep, it isn't sleep at night like you normally would fall asleep. To me, or to most other hypnotists, sleep means just shutting down your nervous core. In other words, letting go. I'll use that as a trigger sometimes during our session to let go. Just let it all go. I might do it 4 or 5 times. I might trigger that for you to let go. And it's all about getting you to a really deep, relaxed state that I need you. And that's where we start. Another thing with terminology is picture or imagine or remember. Pretty well all the same words to me, because some people can't picture things. Some people can't imagine things in their mind. Some people have to kind of remember if they've seen something. If I say to someone, remember a beautiful brown horse, some people's minds will picture it and some can't. Some will have to remember it and some will imagine. So all those words when you're working with me will be the exact same word to me. So I'm pretty good at saying all the words, but if I miss it, we just carry on. As long as you're going in the right direction, that's the main thing. It's all baby steps at first. We just work away. And hypnosis, like anything else, is like practice. And people that do meditation, everything will tell you the same thing. Relaxation is the main thing. And you just practice it, practice it, practice the triggers I give you when you go home. It's like homework. All good practice. If you come see me more than once, a lot of times you don't have to, but if you do, it's good too. And every time you get hypnotized, it's easier. People come and say, well, God, I don't think I can be hypnotized. I've had very few people that haven't gotten hypnotized with me. I could count them on one hand. And that's with over 1,000 people hypnotized. So that's pretty good. I would think it's very high numbers. And when it comes right down to it, it's an allow thing. You have to allow yourself to be hypnotized. You have to want to. And you also have to allow it. And what I mean by allow is, well, if you're really not really into hypnosis, you're not going to have a good effect. If you're not going to be all in, you're not going to have a good effect. The first thing I say to people that come to quit smoking is, do you really want to quit? Because some people send their spouse to quit smoking. Well, if you don't really want to quit, you're not going to. But if you come really wanting to quit, I can help you. I can do all the things I do to make it easy for you to quit smoking. I've had great success that way. Or for stress or anxiety or anything. If you really want some help, I can help you. And it comes back to the idea of being all in. When you have suggestions, which is the new programming, I'm right up front about that. At the end, it's going to be suggestions. There's 4 mental attitudes you're going to have about suggestions, and everybody has them. It's like a choice. Just say you come see me for quit smoking, and I say, your suggestion is going to be, you're a non-smoker and you're going to be a non-smoker for the rest of your life. That's kind of weak at first, but the more we power that in, the more times we suggest, your subconscious mind works differently and adds them up. And every time a new suggestion comes in, it powers up the ones ahead of it. It's very important to get a lot of suggestions and a lot of powerful ones. That's why I get you to help me by saying suggestions to yourself. They also power that up. It makes it more powerful than me just saying them. I'll also be saying them. But say you get that suggestion in that you're a non-smoker and you'll be non-smoker for the rest of your life, and that comes into your subconscious mind. Your mind has 4 ways to think about that. And the one I always tell people is the only way to live life, the only way to do things is to be all in. So I need you to think, I love that suggestion. I know it's going to work for me. Right there, you're unbeatable. That's the way. If your mind thinks that way and that suggestion comes in, absolute success. The second attitude your mind could have, or the way you think about it, is, I like that suggestion. I hope it's going to work. Hope isn't really a for sure thing. I can hope for a lot of things, but they don't always come true. You know, in your life, you've hoped for things. That's not the way we need to think here. We need to be all in. So we don't want you hoping your life's going to get better. We need you to know it's going to get better. And then we work with that. So if you hope, there's probably maybe 25% chance, a 50% chance that you'll get the desired result. But we don't want that. We want a for sure thing. Now, the third way is if you got a suggestion that really wasn't any good for you or that you didn't really care about. Like if you came to me for weight loss and you weren't really overweight. Well, your subconscious mind's very strong, but it's also quite lazy. Until you get it working and doing stuff for you, it doesn't really help that much. So if we gave you a suggestion to lose weight and you really didn't have to, your strong subconscious mind would say to itself, I don't really have to lose weight. I don't know why you'd give me that suggestion. So that suggestion would just get rejected, and that's fine too. We'd rather you have a rejection of a thought like that than one that sits in, because you don't need it. You don't want your mind working on things it doesn't need. And the last one is, if I gave you a suggestion and it was just a bad suggestion, one that you didn't like or was against your moral values or against how you were brought up, you would just reject the suggestion, and that's perfect. Like, I can't get you to go out and stand on the yellow line of the road. That would be dumb. If I told you that, your protective mechanisms would kick in and say, no, that's not what I'm going to do. That's dumb. And that's perfect. That's how your mind looks after itself. So that's the important thing about that whole part, is all in. For your whole hypnosis session, you need to be all in. You gotta want to quit smoking. You gotta want to lose weight. You gotta want to be de-stressed. You gotta want to let that anxiety go. And once you're all in, it's easy. Absolutely easy. Because remember, you're using the strong computer part of your mind, the subconscious mind. That's just how it goes. When you come to see me, I have a nice comfy chair. You'll relax. You'll never be asleep. People come and think, well, I'm going to fall asleep. It'll be great. You're not. We're going to be working. I'll be talking with you. You'll be answering. That's fine. Some people zone out. That's fine too. It's all different levels. But when it comes right down to it, we have to work together. That's how it is. You'll remember everything. And people say, well, God, why would I want to remember everything? Well, we remember everything because it's for my benefit, so that people can't say I didn't remember anything. What happened? That would make me sound very shady if I had someone in my office for 2 hours and they couldn't remember anything. Well, that's not what we want. We want you to remember everything. Plus, a lot of times we go and revisit a past life. Yeah, I know some people don't believe in them, but absolutely, we've all had past lives. Now, when it comes right down to it, when you revisit a past life, A, it's pretty cool. And B, there's reasons we do that. You might have had a fear from how you died in that past life, or a phobia. You might have some irritability about something in that life. You could have something that's holding this life you're in now back because of a past life. And they're the easiest things to fix. Once you found out you have a past life, easy to fix. Those things just almost melt away on their own. We'll do a few things, but once your mind understands that some of these things come from a past life, it knows that, hey, that's the past. It doesn't really matter. And your mind lets it go. That's how it really works. So we get rid of a lot of bad programming, give you new programming. It's easy. You're in my office sometimes up to 2 hours. It depends how it goes. But absolutely easy, relaxation. And it's going to be great seeing you. So when you do come and see me, any questions you have, just ask me. Text me ahead if you have my number. Always good to find out ahead of time and to talk when you first get to my office. That's the best part. We'll talk and answer any questions you have. Okay, thank you very much from Amazing Mind Hypnosis. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.